The second harmonic?
Would the second one be a full? So
If the first is a half wavelength, so I'm going to go off the assumption that the second one is one wavelength?
It is indeed. We still have the two antinodes, so it's going to look like that. Just as before, you add a half wave every single time. So L is equal to the wavelength, or the wavelength is equal to L, known as the reflexive property of equality. The third harmonic. Somebody want to tackle this one or that one?
It's 1.5 wavelength.
Okay.
I'm going with it.
So this part over here looks identical to the two fixed ends. Just different number of nodes and antinodes. So when drawing it, we need to add another half wave, so we're going to add another one of these bulbs here, or packets, whatever you want to call this section right here.
Whoa. It's like a
Something like that.
DNA strand.
Yeah.
So
And I'm assuming at this point you could, not necessarily the first time you try it, but you could draw the fourth harmonic and so on.
This is kind of whack.
Now, because there's not enough vocabulary in this, let me introduce a new word.
Thank you.
We have first harmonic, second harmonic, third harmonic. The second harmonic, this works for the two free ends as well. The second harmonic, this is also known as the first overtone.
okay.
And this is the second overtone, and so on. Now, why bother? It actually doesn't really make much difference here. I rarely hear this referred to in terms of overtones. It'll become more important when we get to the one fixed, one free end, or more useful, I should say, not necessarily important, more useful. Maybe, depends on the way your brain thinks.
What's overtone mean? That there's just one complete.
It's just the next standing wave that you get. The first, this is so starting out with our bass here, the first one you get after that is called the first overtone. The next standing wave that you could get would be the second overtone, and so on.
So we think of it as like, since there's two ovals in it, and that's the second one, and since there's one in the first one, think of it like that. Or is that not true?
The number of these things in there,
Yeah.
does that still work? So if we were dealing with two fixed ends, that's the first harmonic, second harmonic, so I got one, then I've got two, then I've got three, but this is the first overtone, second overtone.
So it only works if it's the two free ends.
Yeah, for that rule that I think we were developing there, I think it only works for that. Now some textbooks, when they give the equation relating, say the harmonic to the wavelength, and you can come up with a formula, they give you three different formulas, one for this, one for the two fixed ends, one for one fixed, one free end. And I really find that annoying because if you just, there's a pattern here. Think through the pattern as opposed to just mindlessly grabbing a formula and saying, hey, let's see what happens when I stick into this. All right, so let's make our predictions here. The length of this, I'm going to stretch it just a little bit because one, I want it straight, but also it does stretch out a little bit as I swing it. And I've got 83.7 centimeters. So L, 83.7 centimeters, or 0.837 meters. The Therefore, for the first harmonic, what would the wavelength be?
1.674.
Units?
Hertz.
Meters.
Like, no.
Oh, he just
Not
said it.
hertz, 'cause that's a frequency.
The-
Would it be time?
Be what?
Seconds?
Not seconds, not for wavelengths.
Meters.
Sorry,
Meters.
meters.
Oh, it is, okay.
I think somebody said it before, but
I said it, but I thought it was wrong.
just remember, if two people disagree on a topic of physics, the other person is always wrong.
Can I use that argument on my test?
Oh, feel free to.
You might be the other person in that, in that scenario.
I'll be glad to debate it all you want, once the grades are in. All right. So we have the wavelength is 1.674 meters, and so we now should be able to predict the frequency, because I know that the speed of the wave is the frequency times the wavelength. So the frequency is just the speed divided by the wavelength. So all we have to do is figure out what is the speed of the sound. Well, I know that's 1.674 meters down there, but what is the speed of sound?
Oh my, it's like 186. Like, that's speed of light. Oh.
186,000 miles per second?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's light. It's not just a
Isn't it like
it's
Mach
still
something? Like, speed of sound is like Mach, isn't it?
Mach 1, if you want to go that route.
Oh, 723 miles an hour?
Yeah, we're cool though, we're doing metric.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, never mind. It's like 1,000.
1,000
something?
meters per second?
That's about 340.
Oh.
It varies depending upon the temperature. We'll just stick with 340, good enough, but the hotter it is, the faster, well, the hotter it is, the faster the particles are moving, and so the faster the wave moves.
340 divided by 1.674.
Is that
203.106?
203
Yes.
point.
106 hertz.
All right, so let's see what that sounds like. Live.
That wouldn't deafen you, would it?
No.
Don't we hear like 400 hertz or something where like it comes out of instruments? Like, doesn't piano like play at like 440 or something? I don't know.
440 is it. There you go. 440 is the middle C, apparently.
Okay. Thanks.
Thanks, fancy. Glad to do that.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, can we make a prediction on the frequency based on the pitch and pretend that we have something equitable for big pitch and try to guess it?
Okay.
I mean, I have perfect pitch, but I don't know how to measure frequency.
Can you get that?
No, I can't hear it.
That's a G.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
about 203, I'd say.
Wow.
I have a tuner on my phone. Like, I haven't installed it. The right question. I bought it for $3.
No, I don't want that. I want sound.
That was a G, but I don't know which part of the piano it would be on. So.
Vector. I know I've gotten sound out of this machine before.
Oh, sorry, I was mistaken. 440 hertz is A4 on a piano.
Oh yeah, there's like I'm looking at an app right now.
Can we believe anything you tell us now?
Yeah, I was thinking he was off when he said that.
I have like this tuner app. I used it in band for playing the trombone.
Oh, did you?
cable's here, not attached to anything. Alright, so I gave it power. Audio mute is off.
Here's something.
Bing.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it.
Sounds like the same frequency.
That's
Ooh,
like
wait a
50
second.
cents.
I wonder
Now
what
remembering
the
something.
frequency is when you hear like the TV is on. Like I don't know if the newer ones really do it, but the older ones, they made that high pitched like
Oh
squeal.
my gosh, yes.
My parents could never hear it, and I was like, "Hey, Bob, you can't hear that sound." And they're like,
Yeah.
"No, I don't hear anything."
Yeah, that. Sometimes I would harass my dad and say, "Hey Dad, turn the TV down." And he has it down as low as possible where he can still hear it. And all I'm hearing is just the high pitch.
Yeah.
Now I can't hear it anymore. All right, why don't we take a small little break here while I try to figure out how to get sound again? All right, so we're gonna take 5. And then I'm just gonna let that roll, just so I don't forget. Oh, now.
I heard something.
That is nothing. There we go.
Is that 203 hertz?
That's 440.
Oh.
Is that too loud?
Yeah.
Just a little bit. You youngins with your good hearing?
That's good.
Okay, I guess you have really good hearing?
I'm just like sensitive to like really high pitches, I guess.
Okay.
Hey, Dr. Fox,
Yes.
is there any way what's wrote on the wall boards right now that you could take a picture of it? I just have a hard time.
Oh.
Just so I could have something to look at. First what's been talked about, because I've heard you the whole time to look at, I just have a hard time seeing it.
All right, I'll tell you what. I'm going to figure out how far I can pull this before I end up.
Oh, okay.
Far so good. All right. Can you see?
Oh, I can see that perfect. That, yes, I can see that.
All right, so we got one port at least taken care of. So what we're going to be doing is, with each harmonic, we'll be changing the wavelength that's going to change. And so we'll still do 340 divided by whatever the new wavelength is.
Okay, thanks. I can see that a lot better.
All right, and it's going to be at a jaunty tilt, but yeah, they're probably not going to see that one well. You can sort of make it out?
Sort of. I mean, definitely better than it was. Is that okay for you, Pam, or is that worse?
Yeah, this is much better for in terms of the board.
All right. Well, and then at some point, the official recording will be posted so that you can also, after the fact, though, pull it from there.
Okay. I'm gonna have to probably get off around a little bit before 3, so I don't want you to just think I'm just sleeping.
Okay. I'm assuming it's an insult to somebody in the classroom, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Excellent.
Did I miss anything cool?
A couple mentions of physics, so that was the cool stuff.
Yeah.
done everything else in the equation. Is the tension when it's at rest hanging down, or is the tension when it's spinning?
The tension, so the hanging mass in theory is in equilibrium. So the tension in the spring is equal to the weight while it's hanging down below.
Okay.
So as you're swinging it, that doesn't change. So the tension should just be the weight of the
think so.
hanging mass.
Okay. Whatever the weight is, minus 9.798.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Thank you very much.
All right, I think we are all together now. All right, so here's 440 hertz. Still too loud there. Cut it down a little bit more. Okay, still a little bit of text.
I might be getting a little bit. I can hear it, but it's not nearly as loud as I think.
Okay. We're gonna have to do a balancing act here because I'm hitting frequencies that. All right, here's 203. Let's hit 203. Still in the white. That's an issue there. So 203, 0.106.
That's a weird one. I like that.
All right.
I mean, that's within the same range of a note.
Yeah, fortunately, the only one I heard was the 440.
I'm using the online tone generator. So this is something that if you have internet access to, which I assume you do, because you're on Zoom, or magic. Online tone generator, just .com. One word, online tone generator.com is where the site that I'm on. All right, so here's the first harmonic. We nailed it, didn't we? The trouble is, in order to get that first harmonic, I have to be spinning this so slowly that there's not enough difference in the air pressure in order to suck the air through at sufficient speed to hear it. So the first harmonic we actually aren't going to hear. That's closer to the second harmonic. So let's make our prediction for the second harmonic. We'll test it by ear, and then we'll talk about how you actually determine whether, or how close we are.
That's cool.
All right, so the second one, I know that the length is equal to the wavelength, or wavelength is equal to the length. And so,
That should be
So that just be
406.
Would that just be 0.0837?
and get rid of this. That stays the same. So we are now second harmonic, 0.837 meters is the wavelength, 0.837 meters.
I got
406.
406.21.
212 or 213?
Yeah, 213.
It should be, we basically cut our denominator in half, so we should be doubling.
Oh, that makes sense.
All right, so our prediction for the next one is 406.213.
That's the second harmonic.
That's the second harmonic, that's the prediction of our second harmonic. And here is the second harmonic.
It is that sound.
Well, I think it's a note.
It's like slightly lower.
It's like
Now, there's a different timbre, or timbre, however it's supposed to be pronounced.
Yeah.
Timbre? All right, different timbre. Because this is plastic and that is whatever materials go into the speaker. So there's going to be a difference in the tone quality. However, how close are they?
Pretty close.
So let's figure out what happens if you do have two frequencies that are close. Now, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to play 440. Hopefully not too loudly. That's 440. And now I'm going to play 439. 439. Good. Sorry, I forgot to change the volume on that.
This is from one of the best years.
That's 439 and 440.
Oh, it is a little bit.
Now, I do have students who can hear the difference there. I cannot. They sound the same thing.
Yeah, bro, they sound completely different. Okay.
In all honesty, anyone in here who actually can hear the difference? You actually could hear the difference?
Yeah.
Anyone else could actually hear a difference there?
I think so.
Okay.
I think I was like thinking I heard a difference, but I think that was just my mind saying, "Oh yeah, they're different," because I know they're different. So
Well, why don't I play one then the other, and you tell me which one's a higher frequency? Do you think you could do that?
I can try to do that.
Let's find out. All right, so I'm going to play one of them here. Was that the higher? No. But here's the other one.
That's the lower one.
That one was lower, you said?
Yes.
It was.
We actually could hear it. Never mind. You're right.
I cannot.
I feel like I'm doing like one of them ear tests.
Yeah, it's exactly the same.
Oh yeah.
Like you said, it's like right in your ears.
Hit the bud just.
Okay. There was a pitch for those who could hear the difference going into theoretical music. All right. Now, for the people like me, I could not hear a difference. So there's got to be some other way to be able to tell a difference. I mean, what do piano tuners do? It's not like piano tuner, someone who went in to actually tune pianos. How could they do it? They didn't come in with any fancy equipment. They came in with tuning forks.
Huh. How would they?
I'm glad you asked.
Assuming they use the tuning.
Let me play them at the same time. Here's 440, and then on top of that, I can play 439.
Oh, it like fluctuates.
Whoa. That's crazy.
So that's 1 hertz off.